is Dalit movement. Although this is a part of chapter 8 or part B, that is the second book का chapter 8 का part, but because it is related to caste system, it is related to the backward tribes, therefore this topic and the successive two topics have been added in this chapter only. So the Dalit movements are caste-based movements. The word Dalit is commonly used in Marathi, Hindi, Gujarati and many other Indian languages. Dalit movement is a caste-based movement, and this term Dalit is used in different Indian languages such as Marathi, Gujarati, Hindi, etc. It means oppressed persons, and it was first used in the context in Marathi by neo-Buddhist activists. So first of all, it was used by neo-Buddhist activists in Marathi. The followers of B.R. Ambedkar in the early 1970s, and these neo-Buddhist activists were the followers of B.R. Ambedkar. In 1970, by the neo-Buddhist activists who are the followers of B.R. Ambedkar. It refers to those who had been broken, ground down by those above them in a deliberate way. So, Dalit term refers to all those persons who have been humiliated, discriminated, exploited on account of caste by the upper caste or those persons who were above them in any manner, in a deliberate way. There has not been a single unified Dalit movement in the country now or in the past. Different movements have highlighted different issues related to Dalits around different ideologies. Different Dalit movements have taken place in the country, and every movement have highlighted different issues related to Dalits around different ideologies. All of them asserted a Dalit identity, though the meaning may not be identical or precise for everyone. And all these movements asserted a Dalit identity, and the meaning for a different movement was precise. Notwithstanding differences in the nature of Dalit movements and the meaning of identity, there has been a common quest for equality. The main objective behind these movements was equality, self-dignity, and eradication of untouchability. So the main gist behind this movement was the equality, self-dignity, and eradication of untouchability. They are different from other movements as they were fighting for self-respect and dignity. In Dalit movement, the persons who were involved, they were fighting for self-respect and dignity. Therefore, they were different from other movements. They wanted to be touched. It was not only Dalits who were fighting, but also some Brahmins and Gandhiji who were supporting their issues. The Dalits were fighting, and some of the Brahmins and Gandhiji were also supporting them. It was a struggle against discrimination. The concept of untouchability was to be abolished, which had connections with destiny and pollution and purity. And the concept of untouchability was the main objective, that it should be abolished because it had connections with destiny and pollution and purity of the people who were involved in the movement. Dalit movement took place all over India, and each Dalit movement had a different issue, agenda, but all fought for dignity and self-respect. Many Dalit movements were launched at different places, such as Satnami movement in Chhattisgarh, Mahar movement in Maharashtra, Adi Dharmi movement in Punjab, the socio-political mobilization among the Jatas of Agra, anti-Brahmins movement in Kerala, and Dalit Panthers movement. These are the different Dalit movements that took place at different parts of the country by the Dalits. Due to media, Dalit movements now cannot be ignored as in the past. And the media also played a very important role in popularizing the Dalit movement. In the past, such movements were not covered by the media, therefore they are silent. Dalit literature became popular because it was poems, dramas, songs, stories about their lives and sufferings. The Dalit literature also proved to be a source of inspiration for the people who were engaged in the movement, because that literature, consisting of the poems, dramas, songs, stories, tells about the sufferings that the Dalits were facing. This led to change in the mindset of people and emphasized the fighting for self-dignity by Dalits. And all these things changed the minds of the people, of the Dalits, and they started fighting for their self-dignity and to bring about change in all aspects of life. In the contemporary period, the Dalit movement has unquestionably acquired a place in the public sphere that cannot be ignored. The most important of the Dalit movement in India was the Dalit Panther movement, which was launched by Dalits of Maharashtra in the early 1970s. And the most important among all the Dalit movements that took place in the country was the Dalit Panther movement of 1970 in Maharashtra. It was initially confined to the urban areas of Maharashtra but was subsequently spread to other states of the country. In the initial stages, it was confined to the urban areas of Maharashtra, but later on it spread in the entire country. The Dalit Panthers denounced the dominant culture and attempted to articulate an alternative cultural identity of the oppressed classes. The pressure created by the mobilization of the Dalits has led to amelioration of their social conditions. Success of the Dalit movement has been accompanied by a growing body of Dalit literature. Dalit literature is squarely opposed to the Chaturvarna system and caste hierarchy, which is considered as responsible for crushing the creativity and very existence of lower castes. So, the literature, as I told previously, that the Dalit literature became the main source of inspiration for the Dalit movement and its success. The Dalit literature opposed the Chaturvarna system and caste hierarchy, which is considered as responsible for crushing the creativity and very existence of lower caste. Dalit writers are insistent on using their own imageries and expressions rooted in their own experience and perceptions. The Dalit writers used their own experiences, used their own imaginaries and their own perceptions to create influensive writing material. Many felt that the high-flown social imageries of mainstream society would hide the truth rather than reveal it. Dalit literature gives a call for social and cultural revolt. While some emphasize the cultural struggle for dignity and identity, others also bring in structural features of society, including the economic dimensions.